Hello, good morning, afternoon everyone. Welcome to my channel Inside You. There's a fire, a quiet, relentless force called discipline, waiting to be awakened. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about choosing to act when no one's watching. Comfort zones may feel safe, but they destroy potential. True growth begins where comfort ends. Motivation may fade, but discipline shows up every single day. When you rise before the world, owning your morning, you take control of your life. Your mind may try to betray you, but with discipline, you train it to obey you, not hinder you. And no matter what life throws at you, fatigue, failure, fear, you keep showing up, because that's what legends do. Every scar you carry tells a story of resilience, and every step through pain is a step closer to greatness. Discipline doesn't just build champions, it builds unbreakable legends. Too many people wait for the right mood, the right moment, or the right amount of motivation to take action. They believe that if they just watch enough motivational videos, read enough quotes, or hear the right speech, they'll magically feel ready. But that's the first trap. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like a spark in the wind. What builds greatness is not what you feel, it's what you do when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is the core of every legendary figure you admire. Behind the championships, the success, the power, there's one thing always present: unshakable discipline. It's what wakes you up at 5 a.m. It's what pushes you when your body says no. It's what makes you stay consistent when progress is invisible, because progress doesn't shout, it whispers quietly every day to those who are willing to listen and act. We live in a world addicted to feelings. If people feel good, they act. If they don't, they quit. But legends, they've trained themselves to act regardless. They don't need hype. They build systems. They create routines that leave no room for negotiation. They don't ask, do I feel like it? They say, this is what I do. Want to transform your life? Build discipline first. Here's how. Make a non-negotiable routine. Start small, but commit. Even if it's 10 minutes of exercise, or 30 minutes, or focused work. Train yourself to follow through. Remove emotion from execution. Discipline means acting in line with your values, not your moods. If you want to be fit, show up to the gym whether you're tired or not. If you want to be successful, do the work when no one claps. Celebrate consistency over perfection. Missing one day doesn't ruin you, but quitting because it didn't feel right does. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to never give up. When you live with discipline, you stop being a prisoner to your feelings. You become the master of your fate. It's not always fun, and it's not always flashy, but it's always worth it, because while others wait for the perfect moment, you're out there creating it. Let your legacy be built on actions, not emotions, on showing up, not showing off, on discipline, not dopamine. In the end, the difference between winners and wishers isn't talent, luck, or intelligence. It's the discipline to do what others won't, to outlast, outwork, and outlive everyone. Whilst there comes a time in every great life where silence becomes the only path forward, a time when you must pull back, cut off distractions, and disappear, not because you're quitting, but because you're rebuilding. This is the sacrifice season, the most powerful, painful, and productive chapter of your journey. Everyone wants the glory, but few are willing to face the isolation it requires. You see, when you truly commit to greatness, your life will look boring to others. You'll say no to parties. You'll miss out on trends. People will think you've lost your mind. And you have. You've lost your mind for anything average. In this season, you learn what most people never do. Discipline thrives in isolation. When you're not showing off your progress, you're focusing on real growth. You don't owe the world updates. You owe yourself results. Silence becomes your power. Solitude becomes your sharpening ground. This isn't about hiding. It's about building in private, with intention. You'll read when others watch TV. You'll train when others sleep. You'll work when no one notices. But understand this, those silent days are planting seeds for a future harvest no one will be able to ignore. So what do you sacrifice in this season? Comfort growth begins where comfort ends. Push past the warm and easy approval. You don't need validation. Your vision is your permission. Time-wasting habits, social scrolling, binge watching, gossip all dies in the sacrifice season. Temporary pleasure because you're chasing permanent purpose. You'll feel lonely, but you're not alone. Every legend has walked this path. Every champion has endured this silence. It's the gym at 5 a.m. when the world sleeps. It's the office light on after midnight. It's the rejection, the grind, the repetition, and it's the unwavering faith that this work, this season, this silence will pay off. This season isn't forever, but it's necessary. And when you return, you won't be the same. You'll be sharper, hungrier, more focused. You'll carry a different energy, one that can't be faked, one that was earned in the dark. While they were celebrating, you were creating. While they were laughing, you were learning. While they were relaxing, you were rebuilding. And soon they'll see the results. They won't recognize you. They'll ask what happened, and you'll smile, knowing the truth. Legends are built when no one is watching. Let's get something straight. Comfort is alive. It whispers, take a break. It tells you you've done enough. It seduces you with safety, convenience, and And they kept showing up when it hurt, because growth isn't a smooth road, it's a battlefield, and the war is inside you. Your old habits want to survive, your fear wants to hold you back, your comfort zone wants to shrink your future. That's why growth feels like pain, because you're tearing away from the old you. You want to level up, then you've got to kill comfort. Walk into discomfort like a warrior. Invite the resistance, embrace the challenge, because every moment you push past your limits, you expand your capacity. Growth is painful, but so is regret. Skipping the gym today feels good, until you hate the body you see a year from now. Avoiding hard work feels easy, until the dream you ignored belongs to someone else, saying maybe tomorrow feels safe. Until you've wasted years doing nothing, so ask yourself, which pain are you willing to live with? The pain of discomfort, or the pain of staying the same? You can't have both growth and comfort. You must choose, every single day, and discipline is the weapon that helps you choose right even when it hurts. You're not weak for feeling tired, you're human, but you become powerful the moment you do the work anyway. That's what separates the elite from the average. They don't stop when it's hard. They start there, so push through the last rep. Make the uncomfortable call, take the risk, break the pattern, because your new life is hiding behind your old limits. And here's what they won't tell you. Eventually, discomfort becomes your new comfort. The gym becomes your therapy. Waking up early becomes your power. Sacrifice becomes your strategy. And challenges become your training ground. When you kill comfort, you don't just change your habits, you become unrecognizable. Stronger, sharper, hungrier, disciplined, dangerous, unstoppable. You want to change your life? Then stop waiting for the perfect day. Stop chasing motivation like a drought, and start showing up even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when no one claps for it. Because legends are built in the quiet, in the routine, in the shadows of repetition. You don't become great by doing something amazing. Once you become great by doing something ordinary 1,000 times with purpose. The world worships talent, but discipline wins. You don't need more inspiration. You need a schedule. You don't negotiate. You need to make action your identity. Get up, do the work, repeat. That's how it's done. You'll have days when your mind says, skip it. When your body begs for rest, when no progress seems visible. That's where most people quit, but that's exactly where the magic begins. Because every time you show up without a result in sight, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. Every day you train when you don't want to. You're training your character, not just your body. The people who win in life, they aren't the smartest, they aren't the most gifted. They're the ones who refuse to stop. They kept writing when no one read, kept building when no one watched, kept pushing when everyone doubted. Because they knew this truth. Success doesn't reward the one who starts fast, it rewards the one who never stops. The gym rewards the daily effort. The business rewards those who go through the dry seasons or dreams. They come to those who refuse to ghost their own potential. Don't chase motivation, chase momentum, because momentum is built in the daily grind. Brick by brick, rep by rep, hour by hour. Some days you move an inch, some days a mile. It doesn't matter forward. What matters is that you didn't stay still. Let others sleep in. Let them skip the hard work. Let them post and pretend. You show up quietly, ruthlessly, consistently. Because every day you show up, you're telling the world and yourself, you're serious. You're here for the long run. You're not interested in short-term dopamine. You're building a legacy. Remember this. Discipline is doing it when it's not exciting. And those boring, unglamorous days, they're not wasted. They're the foundation of your future. Look in the mirror. That's your biggest enemy and your greatest ally. It's not the haters. It's not the doubters. It's you. Mind your emotions, your habits. If you want to build a life you've never lived, you've got to become a version of yourself that you've never been. There's a voice in your head, the one that says, sleep in, the one that whispers, skip it, it won't matter, the one that screams, you're not enough. That voice, that's the enemy within. It's the fear, the laziness, the comfort addiction, dressed up as logic. It sounds like your friend, but it's not. It wants you average, it wants you safe, it wants you small, but you weren't born to live average. You were born to dominate your space, to lead, to rise, to become a weapon sharpened daily by discipline. Winning the war within means this. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop playing victim. You stop waiting to feel like it. It means you take control back. You take control of your mornings, your thoughts, your choices. Because if you don't command your mind, it will command you. Self-discipline is the army that wins the inner war. It's the force that says, I'm tired, but I train. I'm scared, but I'll show up. I'm uncertain, but I act anyway. Legends don't wait for peace inside. They make war until there's nothing left but fire. Focus and fight. They don't silence the weak voice by ignoring it. They silence it by outworking it. Every hard rep, every early wake-up, every uncomfortable conversation. You're beating that inner enemy one strike at a time. And don't get it twisted. That war doesn't end. There's always another level. More resistance, more growth. But the difference between you and the rest, you don't run from the battle. You live for it because you've learned that suffering has a purpose, and that purpose is progress. You've You've learned that pressure isn't a problem, it's the proof that you're in the right place. And most importantly, you've learned that the loudest voice doesn't win, the most disciplined one does. So sharpen your sword, train your mind, turn your can't into must, turn your fear into fire. Every day remind yourself, this isn't about talent, this is about ownership. This is about domination, starting from the inside. The world is loud, your phone dings, the news screams, the crowd talks. Distractions are everywhere, and if you don't guard your mind, they'll hijack your destiny. Greatest threat to greatness isn't failure, it's distraction disguised as opportunity. One day it's a new idea, next day it's a new plan, then it's a quick scroll, a break that never ends, a task that doesn't move the needle, and you wonder why you're tired, frustrated, stuck, because your energy is scattered, your power is diluted. Legendary success demands something different. It demands ruthless focus, it demands that you eliminate the unnecessary, it demands that you say number 99 times so you can say yes to the thing that changes your life. Ask yourself right now, what is your mission? What one thing, if you gave it everything for 1 year, would completely shift your life? Then lock in. No excuses, no detours, no comparison. You don't have time to doubt when you're locked in. You don't have time to waste energy on things that don't fuel the mission, because your time is currency, and focus is how you invest it. Stop being busy, start being intentional. This means you don't check your phone before your mission is set. You don't say yes to things that don't build your vision. You don't split your power across 10 things, hoping one might work. You go all in. One target, one direction, one fire. That's how the greats operate. Look at the elite athletes, CEOs, creators, warriors. They didn't dabble, they obsessed, they didn't multitask, they executed. Laser focus isn't just about attention, it's about alignment. Align your thoughts, your habits, your environment, your energy, all pointing toward one outcome. You'll see what others miss. You'll last longer than the distracted. You'll move faster, clearer, harder. And when the world tries to pull you away, you don't flinch. Because you know, the ones who stay focused when others fold, they finish the mission, they earn the results, they write the legacy. You don't need to be better than them. You need to be better than you. The version of you that settled, that hesitated, that made excuses. That version, leave it behind, because today you're not chasing validation. You're chasing evolution. You're chasing your maximum capacity, the peak of what you're capable of becoming. Forget trying to impress people who wouldn't even show up for you when you needed them. This journey is about one thing, progress over time, every day. Ask yourself, did I outwork who I was yesterday? Did I think stronger, train harder, speak kinder, move bolder? If not, fix it, because the old you is always trying to come back. The lazy, the fearful, the I'll do it tomorrow, you that version. You buried it with discipline. Now keep it buried by grinding harder than ever before. This means when you're tired, you push a little further. When you're unsure, you take the step anyway. When comfort calls, you hang up, because greatness doesn't grow in comfort zones. Consistency beats talent, and persistence beats potential. The ones who win aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who refuse to stay the same. You've got to be willing to say, I won't let my past define my future. I won't let yesterday's success make me soft. I won't let old habits hold me hostage. That's why you show up when it's hard. That's why you do the extra reps, the late nights, the early mornings, because every drop of effort compounds. You might not feel it today, but one day you'll look back and the person you were last year won't even recognize the warrior you've become. That's the goal. Outgrow your doubt, outwork your limits, outbuild your past, not just for the win, but for the standard of excellence you hold yourself to, no matter who's watching, no matter what's trending, no matter how you feel. Because the real win isn't in trophies, it's in transformation. Every time it hurts, every time you want to quit, that's the moment where greatness is being born. Because pain is not punishment, pain is the price of elevation. If it's heavy, it means you're getting stronger. If it burns, it means you're building power. If it breaks you down, that's your opportunity to rebuild better. You cannot grow if you stay comfortable. Your body doesn't change in rest. Your mind doesn't evolve in stillness. Your spirit doesn't rise in silence. Growth comes from the pressure, from the friction, from the grind. That early morning when no one is awake and racing. Anyway, that's growth. That late night when your body begs you to stop, but you finish what you started. That's growth. That silence you endure while everyone else is being loud. That's inner growth. You see, pain is a signal, not to stop, but to dig deeper. It's a teacher, and every rep, every tear, every setback is its lesson. You got rejected. Good. Now you know what resilience feels like. You failed. Good. Now you've got fuel for a comeback. You were doubted. Even better. Now you've got something to prove, not to them but to yourself. Most people want the results without the resistance, but you're not most people. You've made peace with the pain because you know the truth. Nothing changes if you don't suffer through something. Comfort is a slow death. Pain is the signal that you're still alive, still evolving, still chasing more. So when it hurts, when it feels like it's too much, tell yourself this is where most people quit. And that's exactly why I won't. Let pain sharpen you. Let it burn the weakness out of you. Let it shape you into someone unrecognizable to your past self. You're building discipline through discomfort, and that discipline, it's permanent. The lessons pain teaches you, they don't fade. They become your armor. They become your fuel. And one day when the storm comes, you'll realize you didn't just survive the pain. You were reborn in it. In the end, it's not talent, luck, or circumstances that define your legacy. It's your discipline. The quiet grind, the sacrifices no one sees, the consistency you maintain when motivation is gone. That's what sets you apart. You didn't chase comfort. You chased greatness. You showed up early, stayed late, and did the hard things not because they were easy, but because they were necessary. You trained your mind, conquered your weakness, and built strength where most gave up. Through every failure, you rose. Through every obstacle, you grew. And now, you're not just strong, you're legendary. Because legends aren't born, they're built day by day, rep by rep, choice by choice, through self-discipline.